T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, this is the Chill Comparison Review for SKYCROW and Lightning from Maketoys. Here's this comparison right up front so you can just see it. This is everybody who appeared, or all the original characters that should have been there when the show first started. Yes, I know that Frenzy and Buzzsaw didn't appear in the first few episodes, but yeah, they should have been there. The toys were out. Anywho, how did I get these so fast? They were purchased at East Coast Toys. Matt the bot supplier hooked this up, and he wants this patch because they told him they were going to put this in. But yeah, there you go, that. He can have it. Here are the boxes. Posability back there and whatnot. And there you are. They both come with a glossy instruction manual and a plain newspaper quality black and white instruction manual. I don't know why. Warning right now up front, I already did 2 videos on Maketoys Meteor. They come with the exact same accessories. The toys are exactly the same. They made no improvements, no changes. They are exactly the same. Like, they even come with this choking head that was really unnecessary because Megatron only mostly choked Starscream out. These 2 pieces are identical. I can't tell the difference between them. They're even painted exactly the same. The faces are the same shade. But here's the difference. Here's how you can tell who's who. This is SKYCROW's and this is Lightning's. So if you mix the faces up, you can't mix the faces up because they're colored this way in the back. And of course, Meteor's faces are black. SKYCROW comes with these black hands. They are attached to his body straight out of the package. I took these right off because why did he have black hands in the first place? If you want to see him with the black hands, rewind this footage or go back in the footage and look at the packaging. They have black hands on the packaging. I don't know why they did that. He never had that in the cartoon. But anywho, as you can see, these guys are friggin' identical, like they should be. But for whatever reason, if you watch the G1 cartoon, you know them as separate characters and you accept them to be separate characters. So, I don't know, my mind doesn't bug me that they are basically all the same toys. But they went out of their way to make them as different as possible. Like, their cockpits are different shades. Like, on the cartoon, these 2 shades look the same to make them similar. And I think the original toys were the same gray. But this is more of a powder blue. In fact, it's not even painted. This is just flat plastic. Still looks nice. It still looks good, but that's just flat plastic. This guy has the same flat plastic under this, but they painted it silver. So that's cool. Did I say that their cockpits are different? But only person who suffers due to the cartoon accuracy type thing going on is SKYCROW. Like, having this purple wraparound, like their feet, the wings blend in more, but this purple right here does not blend in. And on the cartoon, as you know, the legs were solid black. So there you go with that. Now, these guys do have these wings right here peeking out a little bit. Like, he has the blue peeking out a little bit, but it's mostly covered. I mean, you can stuff this into there, but still part of the wing will be hanging out. Now, these were never all that solid on Meteor, but this is loose on this guy, really, on my copy at least. I didn't realize that these laser blasters or arm cannons were purple in the cartoon. That kind of bugged me at first. Seeing him in cartoon accurate colors in person, in toy form, kind of bugged me a little bit, but I'm warming up to it. I like cartoon accuracy, but it kind of looks weird to have so much purple right there. Like, I never noticed until toy form that he had purple shoulders in the cartoon. One weird thing, like I said, they're pretty much the same toy. Starscream, let me just use their real name. Starscream right here has this thing going on, where if you bring this out to a certain length, it'll just fall back down, but when you get it far enough, it'll stay up. On this side, you don't have that issue. Skywarp has the same thing going on. It's like, wow, how did that happen? But on this side, you don't get that. But Thundercracker doesn't have that issue at all on either side. So that's an improvement on him. But improvements or things I would have loved if they fixed or changed is the ability. My main gripe with this mold is the inability to look up without popping their head off of the ball joint. I wish that they developed like a secondary hinge inside of the neck that can make them look up further. Because of the way their heads are molded, there is no way to make them look up unless they cut out a gap in the back. Other than that, their articulation is tremendous. What I would suggest, and this isn't stated in the instructions, you're supposed to just have the wings like this and push all the way down. Lift this hinge up so that it's a little peg right there in between this thing right there. It allows the wings to move back. If you move the wings back while they're still pegged into the back, you can get better arm articulation. The arms won't bump so much. Now, of course, if you bring it out this way, yes, they're gonna bump. So it's best to swing that out, and then you can do this. But yeah, it still bumps due to the friction. The wings will stay up, but this has been something that's been hindering seekers since forever. Anywho, the arm can do that. Bicep rotation, elbow bends in that much, wrist swivels, fingers open up on those three fingers, and then this index finger is on 2 separate hinges so he can point or get into the nose picking gesture. The wrist no, you can't. If you move it like this, you can move the wrist up if you want to use that. The waist can rotate 360, and there is a series of hinges that allows for an ab crunch right there. A deep ab crunch. With this ab crunch, you can do things like move the legs up here for high leg poses and whatnot. Depending on what type of stand you have it on, you won't notice that. And yes, this is double jointed, but these joints are very tight. So as weird as that look, you're gonna have to work to get a pose. But of course, these get out of the way so that you can kick out to the side. You saw how far forward that moved. This moves up back, but this butt flap is in the way. And when you're trying to bend the ab crunch, you have to make sure your hand isn't grabbing onto this butt flap, because that's all connected. Anywho, thigh rotation, it doesn't rotate inward so much because it bumps into the crotch. This crotch shifts up and down. This is super tight, but he has a knee joint at the top right there and another joint down there. So you have to work with it to get the top bent for some extra bend back there. And yes, like I said, no improvements, no changes. They even still make the same squeaks. One thing that frustrates me is when you try to get certain poses, this ab assembly shifts very easily, and I hate that when I'm trying to articulate figures, when you have to like fix stuff at the end. That's my secondary gripe with this mold, I should say, is having to adjust things after you pose it. When they got to MP10 and beyond, the official Takara products try to get away from stuff like that. They tried to make the figures real full-on action figures that you don't have to worry about stuff like that. The feet, make sure that they are positioned like this if you want them to be sturdy and stable. The ankle pivots in that much. The toe is on a double hinge, So you can do all types of weird crap like that to get him standing in whatever pose you need him standing in. This thruster right here rotates, so that can help you as a hill spur. But yeah, that's everything as far as what they can do in robot mode, besides the different faces. If you want me to put the faces on, the easiest way to put the faces on is to basically pop that off, because since his neck doesn't go back, it is tough as crap to push that back and then pull the face off. But basically that's what you do. Here's the face. He and Thundercracker look identical. These vents can squeeze due to transformation. But let's pop this off and put on another face. Here's a smug smirk, and they have like a weird little divot in their mouth. Like, I don't notice it so much on Starscream because he has a darker face, but that little divot in the lips is just weird, and I believe both of them have that. Where is it? Oh, I actually have the face on him. Yeah, both of them have that. And here is the angry face slash terror face right there. So I don't know, whatever you want to, it looks more like terror than anger. But both of them look the same on both figures. If you wanted to, of course, you can swap the faces that the other guys aren't using onto Starscream. If you want Starscream to have a lighter face, because Starscream has this very, very dark face that you can't see unless you have freaking light on it. Now in person, I can see this a lot better than I can see on my view screen right there. And if you wanted to, you can give Skywarp and Thundercracker darker faces if you want some toy accuracy there. And for more toy accuracy, you can put this little nose cone right there. So there you are with that. So now I think I covered everything besides the choking face, and you can watch the Starscream review with that. Just to show this off for the folks that don't know, this little part comes off. This little divot right there needs to be pointed down in order to put it in. And of course this comes off. Oddly enough, when I pull this to pull this off, this whole section came off. I don't think that's supposed to happen. But luckily it just plugs back in. I might have to put some glue on that. Extra credit, here he is with that stubby arm cannon. Full disclosure, I haven't transformed Thundercracker yet, but on Skywarp, this falls off just as easy as it does on Starscream. But so far on this guy, it's not. And my Skywarp had some weird lubricant up in there that, it didn't look good. It didn't look good, let me just say that. But so far, Thundercracker has been okay, but Skywarp seems to have the most issues. Like that little crack right there in the mold. I don't know if Meteor has the same issues, but I didn't notice it on Meteor. And this guy, no, it seems to be more solid on him. So it seemed like they made improvements with this guy, but not so much this guy. Other things, before I get all the way to transformation, this is die-cast the front of the legs. He has die-cast on the back. I believe there's die-cast in the center of the body. So these things are very heavy and they feel premium. But like I said, certain ones you may have some issues depending. To show this off, this isn't really important, but I put the perforated stickers on him, and I just gave him flat stickers, and I gave him the transparent sticker with nothing in the background. Now jet mode. Here they are in jet mode, and I'm okay with, when it comes to Meteor or Starscream, I like the robot mode and jet mode. Now they don't have the Masterpiece style features that the official version would have, as far as opening cockpit. I mean, the cockpit opens, but there is no seat or anything in there. And they don't have the nose cone that shows the little radar thing. This doesn't pull up the reveal engines. I mean, you can pull it up. I mean, this moves, and it has landing gear without real rolling wheels. But I still like the color scheme. Only thing wrong with as far as the color scheme is this blue hinge breaking up that red design right there. They should have made that a red hinge, or they should have painted it. Unfortunately, things like that carry over here, but worse with Skywarp. And here he is with the missiles down there. I don't have Starscream's missiles handy, so I'm not going to kill myself. This black hinge, I have a problem with that. Why does there need to be a random black hinge? These purple hinges, problem with that. Why did they do that? And then this random smoke gray hinge right there. Why didn't they make that black? It's like weird. They did not have to do that. And so you can see, I said this silver is on top of that powder blue. That's the powder blue I was talking about. That's exposed right there. But it has the landing gear that can be folded up. You can barely see it on him because he's black on black. And oh yeah, you can see that powder blue even more right there. But of course, if you don't want the landing gear, it just folds up, just like you saw in the Meteor review. But Thundercracker is better, and Skywarp, I guess this is cartoon accurate. His wings back here doesn't have any type of paint, but Thundercracker or Lightning does, just like Starscream. It has that black hinge in the middle. Again, black hinges are a thing. They didn't do red. But he has this consistent blue color right there. But then up here it has the powder blue hinge. Like, it's not a big deal, but why? Why did they make that a powder blue hinge? And he does have a black nose cone, so yeah, he is different. Admittedly, I do like the blue nose cone on the official Starscream, the Hasbro version, but it doesn't bother me that it's not there here, which is cartoon accurate. But I guess this must be cartoon accurate. Gotta look at images. But here's what he looks like on the bottom. Other than this random blue hinge right there, I'm cool with the jet mode, and I wish these were painted. But it has all the same issues as Meteor as far as these wings not locking into place. They get knocked out of whack easily. The transformation, like I said, they did not improve upon this cockpit design that wraps around the head. Doing that without knocking this out off the pen, the plastic pen, is difficult as hell. It took me forever to get this part of the robot transformed, and then locking this wing right here into place. I believe it drove me crazy on him in the tutorial, but I cut that out. But on this side, on both of them, is difficult to snap that into place. I don't know why, but overall they're heavy. They look like what they're supposed to look like. G1 cartoon accurate, kinda toy accurate with things like this on there. So I can't really complain about them too much, because they look like what they're supposed to look like, and I'm happy with it at the end of the day. Besides the random color choices on this guy and that, like, you can't even cover that up with a sticker because the sticker would get all crunched up when you try to transform it. So that looks like a prototype type thing. And even this hinge, it's almost like some stuff got left out, or they rushed this out, even though I can't see how they would rush this out, since these were pretty much done when they did Starscream. So I don't know why they went with those color choices. But here are all three of them together. This landing gear fell, and the landing gear doesn't lock into place right here. I like them. I'm happy to have all three of them, and I'm happy to be done with this video right now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you aren't angry that I didn't do the transformation in the video. Like I said, I'm going to link his video at the end of this. I might put it in the description, but it's going to be linked at the end of this. I'll probably do a little info card with it too, so you should be satisfied. These are all good seekers. They have a few issues. They're not 100% perfect. I wish I could say they're 100% perfect, but they are not. I like them more than the official and robot mode. The official ones, the jet modes, have these things beat. But anywho, until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Thank you for watching.
Click the videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click on them.